Hey YouTube, it's Misfit Trucking here. Wanted to give you guys an update on what's been going on, and I'm tired. Like today, I'm really tired. I started school Monday at Napier Truck Driving School, and it's a 5-week course. It's in Middletown, Ohio. It's about 56 miles from my house, so I have to get up at like 5 in the morning to get ready and leave by 6 at least, maybe 6:10, 6:15 the latest to get there on time. It's from 7:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the um, evening or afternoon, whatever. Anyways, so what else I was going to tell you? Okay, so it's a 5-week program. The first 2 weeks is classroom stuff, going over your CDL questions. It's study. Okay, did I say study? Study. Just to help you uh, get all these questions down, because the general knowledge, the sections that you need to pass in order for you to get outside to do the truck or whatever to get your permit, is you need to pass your general knowledge, your tankers, and your doubles and triples or whatever. So the first 2 weeks is classroom, going over all these questions, and then like this is my third day. Tomorrow we're going to do, no, this is my fourth day. Lord have mercy. Anyways, so tomorrow we're going to learn about maps. So you do maps, the Smith system. I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm thinking that's like logging or something. Anyway, so you do that for 2 weeks. Then you take a final exam over all that stuff. And then 3 weeks you go to another class. Which ours is next door. And you start to train and study in there for going out on the yard. So they'll go over the rules for you out there dealing with the trucks. You'll learn your maneuvers um, and your pre-trip. So it's a lot. It really is a lot. Not saying that, I'm not excited anymore. I really am, but it's a lot to take in. And then like every single day, there's about 2 or 3 recruiters that come to that school. So when you go to truck driving school, there is absolutely no reason why you are not going to graduate and have a job as soon as after you graduate, and then you'll be making money. As soon as you graduate, you're making money. Um, like these are just a few of the companies. BST, they came um, and did a recruiting session. Who is this? Maverick. They came, did a recruiting session. Let's see. US Express, they came and did a recruiting session. Schneider, I think they'll be there next week. I'll just grab this pamphlet. Um, Covenant Transport, I think they'll be there the week after that. Roll, or whatever, Transportation. Um, NTB. They have a lot of companies that come through there and talk to the students and everything, and to find out what is the best fit for us as truck drivers. So like I said, the first 2 weeks is going over a lot. Sorry, my head is. So the first 2 weeks is going over a lot of questions, CDO questions. Okay, you got your driving. Basically, this is a packet that goes over everything that's in here. It's kind of like broken down, and all of these questions right here are in your CDL manual book, which you can go to your local BMV and pick this book up and start studying. But after each section in here is a section called Test Your Knowledge, and it goes over pretty much all the questions that are in each section. So you have a general knowledge section, and each that whole part is like the biggest part of your CDL manual, and each part of that is broken down into different sections. And after each section is a test your knowledge section where you can just go over your questions or whatever. Also, he gives you tests. Here's see that tanker test. This is like a whole test. This is the one portion of general knowledge. Um, let's see. And then you got air brakes in here. So I honestly really am thinking about doing a video and going over some of these questions. I think I might try to do that because that would have helped me, when you're looking and trying to find information about that. So I might do that. Anyway, when you go to class, the first 2 weeks is just a lot of repetitive test taking the same questions over and over and over. So that you can kind of get down and remember and see which questions that you got wrong. And then, again, that school, they're not going to let you fail. They're there for you. I mean, we took our school picture the third day of class, and I was like, okay, we don't graduate until like August 14th. So what if, everybody doesn't fall through and pass? They don't give up on nobody. So they're going to make sure as long as you want to put in the work and put forth the effort and study and work hard, they're going to make sure that you pass, and they're going to make sure that they at least get you graduated from that school and get you there to take your driving skills test to get your actual CDL Class A license. And the teachers are awesome, and I'm pretty sure that I haven't got there yet. I got 2 more weeks before I even get out on the yard. They'll help you. So, what else was I going to tell you? I cannot think about it right now. Yes, be on time to your class because they're going by state regulations and rules. State regulations. So this is your trucker's Bible. It's your safety regulations book. Any questions that you have regarding trucking, any hazmat questions, railroad, medical safety issues, anything, any questions like that, this is your trucker's Bible. So you should carry this with you at all times. Um, so basically, I am going to study tonight. We have a final exam coming up next week. Although I do have my CDL permit, and these tests are to help people study to get their CDL permit, but you still have to take these tests in order to pass the course at that school. So I have to study this and brush up because when I got my CDL permit, it was like back in April. It's July. So, I mean, I did a lot of memorization. Some of the stuff, um, well, now a lot of the stuff I understand because I've been out on the road with my husband, so it kind of makes sense. But before, it was a lot of memorization, so I need to go over a lot of this stuff. Also, what I found out, so I got my CDL permit in April and I got my endorsements also. So when you go to take your CDL permit, I mean, study everything. Get your hazmat endorsements, get your tankers, get your doubles and triples, because the more endorsements that you have, the more money that you can make. And what I learned today is that tankers, they make a lot more money than actual student drivers. Most student drivers coming out, depending on what company that you're working for, you're going to be making around anywhere between 30 to 35 cents per mile. Tankers make close to 50 cents a mile, depending on the company. And then different companies, they have different options, different home time, different pay, 401k, and just make sure that you ask a lot of questions to, find out what's best for you. So, I mean, there's absolutely no reason why you would not come out of that class and not have a job, because there's recruiters there every day. Seriously, every day. To the point to where I'm like in the middle of my test and I'm getting into it and I'm getting into a rhythm, and he was like, "Okay, guys, we gotta go next door. There's a recruiter here." I'm like, "Man, dang, I want to do my homework." Anyway, so your hazmat. Oh, I got off track. So I got my permit in April. Okay, I did all my endorsements then. I did my hazmat, my tankers, and doubles and triples. So once you take your test for your hazmat and you pass it, it stays in the system for 60 days. My biggest mistake was that I didn't understand that. Maybe I didn't ask a lot of questions. Um, so hey, it's July now. So it was April, May, June, July. So it's 3 months has passed by and I just missed it. So because for your hazmat you have to go up to Columbus and you have to get fingerprinted. They have to run like a FBI like federal background check. You have to pay like $57 for all of that. So for my class, I have to, do that. But I have to wait now, since the hazmat test is no longer in the system. I have to retake the test. So when you take your test, it's only good for 60 days. So once you take your test, go to Columbus and go get your background check and pay the little $55 and get fingerprinted and all that good stuff. Because once you take your hazmat test and like you don't get stuff done when you need to, the requirements is that you cannot take the test again until you actually get your class A CDL driver's license. So I have to wait until after I graduate. Did you notice I said after, not if or maybe, but after? Because I'm going to do this. Trust and believe. I am going to get this. And it's intimidating. It really is. I've never driven a stick before. My husband let me drive a stick in his truck a couple times, and I don't know. I think I drove one when I was like 16, but so I'm 36, so that was eons ago. But so that is day 5 of truck driving school, and it's tiring. It's very, very tiring, and it's draining. And I see people in the classroom, and they are struggling to stay awake, and it may seem boring. There's videos and stuff, but I really would encourage anybody to go out there and find a place that, you can go and take your CDL training at. Um, a lot of places, or a lot of people in the classroom, it's called WEA, Work Enforcement Act. It's where whatever county that you're in, they'll pay for your training for truck driving. I didn't qualify for that because during that time I was working for the cardiology office where I worked at, and they said I have a marketable background. So therefore, I didn't qualify for them to pay for my class. So I am paying for this out of my pocket. With this school, if you pay cash, it's 4,000. If they finance it, it's like an extra 2,000 on top of that, so it's like $6,000. And then you make monthly payments 60 days after you graduate. But also, when you're looking for a company, make sure that they have tuition reimbursement. So Schneider, I already have an application with them. They pay $150 for up to $6,000 tuition reimbursement. And how that works is, I think it's 30 days after you've been there or something like that. What they do is 30 days after you've been working, they'll pay you $150 per week towards your tuition reimbursement up to $6,000. So that kind of works out pretty good. So all right, so I will check back in with you guys maybe sometime next week. By that time, we're probably gone over some other new exciting things. And I'll be able to update you on all the maneuvers that you need to do. They showed us briefly, but Um, I was just like at awe because looking at all the trucks around me and they were whipping it. But so until next time,